go. 60. Let's go now. Ready, ready? Set up. Let's go. Go. Down. Ready, ready. 70 Timberwolf. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready. Come on. Come on. Set. Ready. Set. Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk. 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 Ready. 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 Here we go. Set. Hut. Set. Go. Set. Let's go now. Hey. Ready, ready.
Athletes grow up seeing their favorite players in commercials and ads. That makes it an exciting opportunity when they're asked if they'd like to become the face of a company as well.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Carolina Panthers. On the visitor's sideline, Giants head coach Brian Daboll. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the Panthers' Dave Canales. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. New York set to take the field. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Right back to Tracy. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Tracy trying the right side. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And finally shoved out up past the 40-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 41 yards. Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 73 yards rushing for him in this 1st half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll hand it to Tracy. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That's another Giants 1st down. 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
On the give, it's Tracy. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here.
Let's go now.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he's got it. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go, Shaq.
Scatteroo. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. The Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Still first down.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
On the ground, here comes Tracy. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard.
Here we go.
Second and 14.
Operating from the gun. Cash. He's got this complete to Robinson. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
He was defended by Trayvon.
Operating from the gun. Cash. Robinson hauling it in outright. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. Fourth down.
A gain of 5 yards. It's now fourth down and 1.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means...
Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And shedding through the tackle. And this will be a Giants first down as good running gets him to about the 44. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's a gain of 10.
They'll go again with Tracy. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes you break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on down. And the Giants ready to come out now. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Take over.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Second down and 3. Looking to throw. Cash. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Giants first down.
Here's Tracy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 9.
Come on, set. 60 by 6, 60 by 6.
Back to throw. Cash. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On the run is Tracy. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Cash. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. New York ready to go again offensively. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing to start the drive. Cash. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Cash. And he whips that one incomplete there.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And that went off the mark. A little late with a throw. Now out come the Giants. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing to start the drive. Cash. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Cash. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, I mean, both offenses have... And New York set to take the field. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Throwing after the interception. Cash. Now we've got a giant player here, slow to get up after that last play. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Cash. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cash. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Man open is Robinson. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete right around the 8.
And the throw and the catch were just fine. But against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
This is caught. Here now, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Cash. Well, it's caught. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with
Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. On the visitors' sideline there you see the head coach of the Cardinals. His guys got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. On the other side, Dable there, the head coach of the Giants. His guys heading back out for their next possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that Cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
Here we go.
Back to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 17 yards on that connection. That's good for a Giants first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he's out of bounds, gain of 4. It'll bring up second down.
At the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, Giants. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Buda Baker. And the Cardinals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to...
The Giants offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 4. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Andrew Thomas, guilty there. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. That's going to be intercepted. That's the safety, Buda Baker. And the Cardinals have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield. Giants offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking.
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams.
They'll take over first and 10. The 47-yard line.
Giants offense ready to take over once again. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the first down.
Here we go. Shot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
To number 82.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches.
Second and inches.
They'll look to throw. Into traffic, but taken in. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's a gain of 11.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 49.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a first and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Come on.
Back to the air one more time. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. Inside the 20. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown.
So in those one-on-one situations, Mike, so often the quarterbacks love attacking those guys in single coverage. The problem is, if you're not perfect with your ball placement and your timing, and that defensive back gets his hands on the ball, there's no one around to make the tackle, and he's off to the races.
The Giants offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's first and 10. Right back to the air following that pick six. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
The Giants offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 34-yard line, here's second and 6. Now, faking the give, throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. 20-yard pickup there. That's good for a Giants first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 35-yard line.
Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. He's to midfield. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down.
Let's go. Check go.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
Shut up.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Josh Sweat there on the tackle.
1-yard gain. Brings up
From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far...
The Giants offense getting set to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down.
Go. Go.
Throwing now from the gun. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Let's give credit to the defense. I mean, those throws, they have not been there this entire game, and they have tried time and time again to test this defense downfield, and you can see a little frustration mounting from some of these receivers. They cannot connect downfield.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. The offense staying out there for this 4th down.
Cowboy 80. Check go.
And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Devin Bush.
It's a turnover on downs.
Giants offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Garrett Williams. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. It's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Houston Texans. On the visitor sideline, Giants head coach Brian Dable. These guys need to play with a better sense of urgency, trying to avoid a daunting 0-3 hole to start the year. Opposite him on the Texans sideline, DeMeco Ryans. New York set to take the field.